Welcome back to Ohio, everybody. Episode 48. Just got 3 episodes left before we end the series. It's been a great run. I'm gonna miss this map. Actually, I'll keep the map for my private playthrough after we're done, because I'll like to come back and visit. This is such a great map that, you know, it's the Midwest, looks so great. So I'm gonna definitely hang on to it. I made a mistake on the last, or at the end of the last episode. I said that we were going to probably sell those eggs. Well, we could possibly get to them, but first things first, we got to pick that soybeans. It's going to be ready next month. I went ahead and started the barley on our closest field. Actually, I think it's one of our only fields that we own. We do own the grass fields yet, but if we don't count those, then that's our only grain field. But I got her started, finishing her up here, and then we'll advance. We do have to stack our pallets up for our chickens because we're gonna running out of spawning space. We got to do that before we advance to the next month as well. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on the sales. We got $680,000. That's after any loans, so all our loans are paid back. So that's great to be out of debt finally. And we'll probably sell that other soybean field there by the pond after we finish up with that. I'm trying to think of what we're going to do with all that soybeans. We got a little bit more room left in our grain bin that we put up on the last episode, but it's almost full. It's probably not going to hold a whole lot. I think, if I'm not mistaken, soybeans sell in July, so we're going to have to hold on to them for a while, unless we just bite the bullet and just sell them. Because what do we have left in this bin here? 65% full, so we got room for a little bit, but not a whole lot at all. We could leave a bunch on the wagons, but then we're going to have to transfer somehow, which could just be a big mess. Let's just take a look and see what they're selling for. Soybeans. So right now, we get 1944. Yeah, June. It seems like a bad idea to sell those early. So I need to think about what we're going to do. Alright, we got a little bit more room there. Let's take a look. Chickens are doing great. So I think there was nothing in the sales as well. I do want to look at maybe getting a new medium tractor. Let's just take a look and browse at what we could think about getting. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe something like this McCormick or this JBC. They're quite spendy too. Maybe one would come up in our sales. Even this Massey Ferguson would be alright here too. Actually, I might actually lean more towards this one. 225. The 280. All right, welcome to October. Let's see how much we made on our property income. Again, it's going down a little bit. I suppose it depends on the month and how much usage we get too. I was reading. So 63,000, not too bad. A little less than that in August. All right, so we should have, our soybeans should be ready to go. Yes, they are ready to harvest. So we're going to get those combines all hooked up and over there. We got to figure out what the... Well, let's take a look at the sales before we get to... I guess we don't need any of those. We should probably go ahead and make a purchase for our... doing such a long harvest on our previous field, and now we're going to have another big harvest. Kind of a little appreciation. We do have the money now, a lot of money, which is great. Let's get this out in front. I think we'll just leave it here and then we can drive right over there with it hooked up. Grab the combine. I know soybeans don't produce a lot, but that is a big field, so we're probably going to get quite a bit out of it. Yeah, we need to send this over on a worker so we can get the trailer hooked up. So let's do that. Start at the pond, I think, is a good spot. So we can't teleport. We want to make sure we get everything we need, otherwise we're walking back a long ways. Try to keep this somewhat so the worker can maybe bring it over to us if we need it. We'll go around the headland, and then I think we'll set this off on a worker. First time doing this field. Thought it looked pretty cool with a pond here next to it. Was always waiting to do this one in this playthrough, and here we are. Looks so great with that morning mist. Alright, here we go with first load. I hit the silo, see how much we can get in there. It does look like we have some weeds to take care of too in our field number 1 here. We could do that before we end the episode as well. Can't imagine all this will fit in there. I was kind of thinking about what we're going to do, because I don't really want to put up another bin, because of what we're doing is kind of out of the ordinary. Let's see what we can... Oh, we moved it too much now. There we go. Now we got her. So we got 43,076. Yeah, it's probably not going to fit at all. What are we going to do? Yeah, 16,000 left in there, and the silo is full. 16,000. I think we're going to have to purchase our tractor, but I'm also thinking about maybe we should get a auger wagon. But these are going to require 400 horsepower for these. If we go this route, this one's 350. It only owns 43 though. Which we might want like the 777. Okay, so what I think we're going to do is buy the class here. This actually, I have to go to large tractors for this. My original plan was to go to a medium one, but if we have to have all that horse for an auger wagon, we'll do that. We're just going to hit up to right under 400, so we don't need that much power, but we'll go right to 410. That'll cost us an extra 42,000, so our total is going to be 321. Actually, let's go through the customization options before we decide. I think the wheel weights on the back would be good as well. We'll go with BKT, so another 1,200. So total, it's going to cost us 322,700. Let's go ahead and buy that. This will be our gift for doing that field, all that work we did. And now we also need a auger wagon. And I was thinking that we would probably go with... I think I want to do the Demco one. I don't even want the tracks. I want the tires on that. I just think it'd be kind of cool. And then what color do we want? Let's do gray. Or grayish blue. 151,000 for that. Woo! Alright. Yeah, we spent some money. And that's just so... I mean, obviously we still got more wagons to put stuff on. We're gonna need a ride down there. Let's take the pickup. Obviously we can still put more stuff in wagons, but we're gonna need some wagons to actually sell our other grains first before July comes up. So I'd rather just have it in the auger wagon, and then once something frees up in the silo, then we can dump it back in the silo. It's alright though, we were due for a good gift for all the hard work we did in this playthrough, so it's so good to finally see something for the fruits of our labor. Alright, here we are. There it is, look at that. I almost think that class is like almost too small for that wagon. It's not gonna look right. We'll put the truck here so we can bring it back on a worker. Look at this thing. The 950 Axon class, if I said that right. Let's get in and take a look at this. Well, we should check our wagon out here too. Yeah, I think with that auger, it's going to be very nice to transfer if we have to or anything like that. Semi would have been nice, but then we'd have to change our augers and all that stuff, so it might be kind of a pain to do that. We'll just keep what we got. Look at this thing. Let's start it up. Fire her up. 0 miles. Brand new. It looks so good. All these switches. Alright, the maiden voyage. Nice. Feels so good to have a new toy on the farm. We'll come in the back way, I think, and then we can unload that other way there. Yeah, in a private playthrough, I've used this Demco wagon before, but I had the track tires on it, so it's kind of cool to have the other tires. I think it almost looks a little more mean with those big tires like that. I guess the tractor doesn't look too out of place. I mean, it almost kind of fits the wagon. It's still probably overkill. Alright, looks like we're gonna come up on the upper side. That's about where he's parked. Now we'll get him relieved and then he can be off again. Yeah, I think I like this a lot. Definitely, I think it's a lot better than the... Should have maybe got a front weight for it while we were down there. I guess we can always grab that. Had to get away from the articulating tractors. Not a big fan of those at all. So it shouldn't take too long. We could probably just leave this one combine go at her. Time I get the other one out, this one will probably be finished. Just having a little issue there with the weight on the front. There isn't much there, bogging us down. So we're gonna go ahead and buy a weight for the class. Something decent would be great. So we're probably gonna want at least a 1 ton, if not more. Maybe this 15 would be good. Or 1.5. This is an actual class weight here. So let's go with this, I think. That's 1800, and it could go all the way up to 34. So if we need more, we can always add it on. Let's go ahead and do that. Actual weight for the class, so... should help, I think. Can't be too much left here. Looks like another row and a half, maybe. Should all fit on this wagon. We could probably dump this in the other one too, or we could just leave where we're at, but 30, 35. I wonder if, yeah, that's, if we could fit it all in the other wagon, then we could use this one to sell when the time comes. Yeah, so I think next year will be our last year in this gameplay. We'll probably harvest that barley, and I suppose that'll be it. I don't know if we'll buy another field to flip. We'll have to see. There's only, like I said, 2 episodes left after this one, so... I think time we sell everything, the silage, all our grain, our eggs, that'll almost be a whole episode there. And the last one will be basically winding down and saying goodbye. We got the next series planned. Kind of excited for that. It's going to be a like survival series. I won't name any of it yet or spoil too much of it. Real excited to do it. I actually kind of had it up lined up for a while. Been waiting to finish these couple playthroughs here to get started on that. We'll see how that goes. And I think what we'll do is maybe I want to kind of do another big farm again, but I want to get like have more capital when we get started. So maybe next time we do this on another good map, start with more capital, then we'll probably only do like 25 episodes. Seems like it took a lot to get going in the beginning, and then trying to get a lot of capital here at the end has just been crazy. Alright, looks like it's empty. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this guy home. And we'll take care of it when he gets over there. Alright. We'll probably go through that cornfield maybe. Let's see what happens. Or is he just gonna sit there? There he goes. Yep, right through the cornfield. Good job. I do like this field. It was very interesting, very nice. Like I said, it was pretty much long. We did it all with one harvester. Could have brought 2 out, but the time we did that, I think we wouldn't have been able to do all the running around we did. So we could probably go ahead and sell that field. Get rid of that. 680,000 for that. Sell, yes. Bam. Alright, it's gone. Looks like he crashed. Let's go ahead and dismiss. Yeah, ever since we put this big shed in, I'm a little on the fence about it. Kind of doesn't really fit. Maybe we should just get rid of that. Maybe that should be part of a next 2 episodes, just getting rid of it and maybe making a parking lot. Seems a little out of place. Unless we put the stuff in here. So what do we got? We got 45. Yeah, it's definitely not going to fit in our other wagon. So what we should probably do is let's transfer that into this wagon. Suppose we could go ahead and shut this lid here. Close cover, there we go. Excellent. There's actually some soybeans in the auger yet, I believe. So it'd be kind of nice to get this over the wagon, and I suppose you'd kind of just lose that product maybe, huh? There we go, this should work fairly well. There we go. Get the rest of it, and then we could put the tarp over this one, and I suppose we could park it in the shed or under that big shed somewhere. Again, it won't sell until July. So we got some more eggs coming up. We'll be selling these next month. Very excited for that. Should get a lot for those. What does it say right now? It says we're going to get 104,000 right now as we stand. That's insane. Okay, looks like... Is that all of it? Or we have issues. Seems like it was way too quick, but no, that was all of it. Get the stuff out of the way. And I think what we'll do is we'll get our spraying done on our first field there. I suppose we could just leave this big tractor on here. Like I said, we're going to have to use it for deliveries anyway, very soon. Yeah, we got, what, 82%, 63,000 here. I think it's a good thing we went with this big trailer. We'll park it under our open shed, I think. Tarp it up so we don't get moisture in there. And it'll be sitting for a little while. Alright, we'll grab the sprayer. Probably the last time I think we're spraying in this episode, or the series, excuse me. Not the funnest thing to do, but it's got a very nice spread on it, so it doesn't take us long to do. Very quick job. I think that'll do it for today's episode. We should probably check the sales one more time in case something came up. Trailer lifter. Alright, that's going to do it for today's episode. On the next episode, I think we're going to go ahead and go to November. We got those eggs to sell. We'll try the autoloader. Hopefully it works for those eggs. Otherwise, we're going to be stacking a lot of pallets. And then I suppose we're going to go ahead and go to January right away, and we'll get some of our grain sold. Not all of it. And then we'll go from there. Obviously our bales too. Whew, so we got a lot to do. See you on the next one.